Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan. We're back with more Azeroth Wars. And, guess what? I know what race is winning today, but you guys aren't allowed to until whatever happens. Those of you who've... I'm not going to say anything. You know what? You guys will know if you know, and you won't if you won't. Some people joining new don't get the importance of some things, and some people who are long-time subscribers understand what some things mean. And I'm having no intention of ruining it for none of you. No, I'm not. Anyway, let's go ahead and list off the players we have today. Azeroth Wars, a amazing custom map many people may not know from Warcraft 3. Basically, you're duking it out during the Third War. Shit's going down, son. Crazy stuff's happening. Thrall's gonna be escaping across the ocean. You know, the campaign you played when you first played this game. That's how this works. So all the events, all the potential, possible, might not even happen kind of events. With a little bit of South Alliance ahead of its time weirdness thrown in, but just kind of forget about that little weird part about, yeah, none of that bothering you. But yes, we'll have players filling the roles of everyone who took place in the Third War, and a little bit outside of it. And it'll be a hell of a time, so let's go ahead and list them off. We have Cacti Guy playing red. It's our Scourge player. Azothan Nubrak looking to cause trouble. Resurrect Arthas. You know, his ally, Brawler. Undead player, demons. Lord and Master. Savior. You know, that kind of freaky demon-esque kind of stuff going on. You want to get the Legion back in town. They want to see what's going on. Teal, down south, fighting the South Alliance, the humans, the dwarves. He's got a lot of chaos damage, a lot of craziness, and demon and outland at his disposal. We'll see how he does against Demigod Itsuko. Demigod Sito. Sorry, I read the name wrong. Murd and Bronzebeard and Magnai, two brothers. They're going to be hanging out with the option of bringing a third brother in as part of a tiered system of upgrades. They've got to kill out the Fell Horde with their crazy cool dwarven units. His ally against Teal, Menwar, dark green player. Menowar. Whatever. He's got Bolvar. He's got Varian. He's got basic human stuff going on. He wants to reestablish the Stormwind Kingdom, take over Outland, potentially also engage in his tiered system, get his demi-heroes up because they do crazy splash damage. It's kind of ridiculous. We're going to see how it plays out. We don't know what he's going to... We don't know what he's going to do. Go for range, go for casters, could go for weird upgrades, could choose to just spam Outriders. Every race has so many potential like weird little things you could try that are actually decently effective in different situations depending on the skill level of the player you're against. It's funny, sometimes a really dumb player will throw off your pro strategy just because they did something that no one would fucking do in their right mind because it's so easy to counter, but they did it early and you already... You know, I don't know, it's funny. In the north, the evil players we mentioned earlier are currently fighting against the North Alliance, which consists of the Kingdom of Lordaeron, of course. They've got Uther, Arthas, Garithos spread around. They're going to be trying to resist the undead. The undead with small base and Altri. I say small, it actually got expanded out to something really kind of ridiculous. And red, of course, coming out of Skullmance. The undead teachers from there. Being a little dangerous. But purple will be your paladins. Your humans. Orange, King of Dalaran. Two humans again. Even though it should be a race for... There's not a single elven leader in this until the downfall in the rebellion, which means that humans were actually being raised above elves, and maybe elves were pissed off that humans were being racist dicks this whole time, because only after the fall of Dalaran do you kind of get some potentially elf-based heroes. I'm thinking of green. Shut me up. Anyway, speaking of green, like I said, we got orange, our magic player. Green, still pocket, playing as green. The elves in a position in the north to help out the southern allies. We'll see how his battle fares in the coming days. Actually, you know what I should do? I should record like a professionally done little preview that I put in every single video. That's brilliant. I just realized I lost my intro when my computer went down. You guys might not see the Azeroth Wars intros forever. Anyway, yeah, I should look into actually doing something where I describe this in pretty epic detail, even if it's like in exaggerated fashion, you know, like 90s kid Legends of the Hidden Temple-esque explanation, like, here we have the elves of Lordaeron, and just really lead that in, and then have the gameplay. Oh, I think that would be a better intro than anything else someone else could have done. I should really invest in doing this. Ooh, we gotta do something cool after this game's over. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Still Pocket, like I said, he's playing the elves. His job generally, kind of wants to build some mages, get some chain heals up, then really focus on the other things. But he is really the Healy Nation, the defenders of life in all forms. Across the ocean, we have the dreaded Night Elves. They'll be engaging in combat against the Horde. The Horde, which will be sailing across the sea to assault the lands of Kalimdor and hopefully establish themselves already. Primitive tribes and other Tauren ogres, any number of strange, mythical, often seeming bestial creatures, looking to join some kind of an alliance in which they can live happily, peacefully, and not be judged just because of their fearsome appearance. The Night Elves, of course, will just racially, absolutely say, no, we can't have that. That's not okay. So we have to deal with that and just accept that it's a thing. And that's all I'm going to do, guys, because now I think we've been recording for like 6 minutes. Come on. It's in, and we haven't even started. All right. We'll see what kind of players these people are here in a minute. Oh, no. I hear so many priests being made. It seems like Green's deciding to go for early priests. And rush strategy, we'll see what happens. Again, he's got to kill his creeps off, and a lot of the opening moves don't really matter all that much, except for some races, and that's based on their creeping patterns being, dictating where they intend to reinforce. Because over in Kalimdor, the creeping patterns of a player really dictate what they're interested in doing. You have to creep through an area to get where you want, because there's so many more creep camps than in the Eastern Kingdoms. So, I mean, the creep camps in the Eastern Kingdoms will get creeped regardless of intention to attack. They're always external areas that don't necessarily involve you getting through something, except for this one for yellow and teal, where you couldn't, if you wanted to, it's whatever. Like, you could kind of ignore that, but it would be dangerous. You would be risking it will eventually attack you. It will attack you. And this is one of the main ways between their bases. So really, it's exclusive its importance in the Eastern Kingdoms, because you'll do it or you won't. And again, Stranglethorn's another thing where if you have the time, you'll absolutely do it. You'll take it out, you'll get that extra kill, but it's really dictated by, hey, look, oh my god, this teal player decided to super rush. He hasn't moved into this Swamp of Sorrows yet. I can see that, so... But again, he has extremely quickly rushed this down. And this is one of the advantages of doing that as teal, is realistically it doesn't require that much of an investment of your resources to freak this other player out into thinking that you're doing a super quick rush. People often think, oh my god, I've got to engage Dark Green, and make him think I'm doing a super quick rush. But, oh my god, why do I not actually think of this? But the fact, it doesn't matter, because teal will respond to that and be like, oh my god, I've got to prep for this damage. And he'll overcommit into this area, and then as teal, you just... If this player were to now quickly creep everything, because Dark Green, frankly, he's got just enough, but I don't think he has enough for the next creep as well. Maybe he does. I'm just saying, if you put enough pressure on, you can get a player to think, oh, I've got to defend here. Spend a lot of money there, and a lot of attention, more importantly, and they won't realize what's going on. You see, blue already has an Overlord on the outskirts, and wow, we've got a ton of water elementals being used here to try to take down these Altharok watchtowers. It does have multi-shot still, and again, a huge amount of health for early on in the game. It's kind of hard for your piercing damage units to get through a fortified armor fortress without kind of getting their butts kicked. And again, it's very early in the game. It's very early in the game, so units do almost no damage. And I know you're thinking, oh my god, that's quite a lot of damage. No, it's not. There's units with goddamn near 1800 health fully upgraded. And shit that does a lot of damage. So really, ranged units and siege units become mighty vulnerable.
Forces are under attack.
The proper focus of damage. And you'll see that gap begin to grow as the game goes on and more awesome units become available again. It'll be a... And again, I think that Azeroth Wars does something where a lot of other games don't, where they make sure to continue to upgrade your early game units so that they still feel important later on. There's still a reason to build Riflemen, there's still a reason to build Dwarven Footmen, there's still a reason to build your regular Footmen occasionally, and Silverhand Squires in a specialized situation. But there remains these really neat potentials where you could say, oh wow, he just spammed me with an army of that. Well, maybe I don't have a direct, attack to defense kind of counter, but I have a special consideration counter to what he just built. And I think that's, it is again, what lends the game a lot of its diversity, but also lends the game a lot of the complaining that we are going on, because oftentimes you are gifted in a game with a counter that is in fact completely unbeatable for what you currently have available to you. And here's the thing, I often argue that sure, maybe there was this one thing that was too difficult for you to beat, but what if you decided, theoretically, just call me crazy, say it's odd, this idea is crazy, maybe you approach it from a different way. You approach it from a movement / positioning point of view. You position it from a flying or attack, like these can attack air, these cannot attack air, that counter. My C to mobility, again it's mobility, it's attack, variability, and it's things like, are they magic immune, are they not? You kind of see these come into the consideration in this game where they normally would not in a regular game. You would say, okay, well, fuck it, this is... I think it's more statistical switches in the base game as compared to custom maps, whereas in custom maps, it's how can I absolutely get away with the most advantageous thing right here, not just a little switch. Maybe it's just on a grander scale, and that's what I find interesting. Because look, oh my god, I zoomed in. Oh, many of you who've been watching this for a long time, this used to be an issue. But thanks to the zoom out hack I got, oh, that's right. I can just make it rest right here. And now I can zoom in and zoom out from here to there. And I can zoom in as much as I want, and we can view the battles. These climactic struggles. Hey, okay, I don't know why that happened. As you can see here, our blue player, our demon-based player, Horde Cavalry, currently taking a serious load of damage. Unfortunately, we can see the purple player has so many healing auras and all kinds of things, regenerating the health of his units. Again, the chaos damage of these Horde Cavalry, they're not to be joked with. Blue, certainly. This is any number of spells that could change if he had Firewall, but it looks like he was focusing mostly on getting up his Dreadlords this early in the game. Could have gone for a caster-based strategy, but let's not forget he has the Fountain of Health, and he has 2 Alterac Watchtowers. This is actually a decent place for him to fight, even if Purple's getting the slight health regen. It's not going to outclass what these towers are doing to the ranged backline units. That, well, it might, Blue's taking the worst of it right now. I'm sure you guys can see if I would never want to talk about it, but it's weird that I can actually just kind of look at this and go, yeah, I know where Blue's units are because I can see them under there and it doesn't matter to me. Okay, now Purple's taking it way worse. Purple's getting absolutely wrecked at the moment because of that spam that just came out. And these 2 towers, and holy crap. Blue's actually in a wonderful spot at the moment. Should be thoughts being... Oh, but good God, good golly, Miss Molly. Green's wrecking red. This is... Oh no, this is a shame. Because Blue is actually doing a great job, but then Purple came in and just wrecked his ever-living shit. Dark Green has apparently killed everything. Teal didn't move out. Okay, Teal moved out north and took that out. And Yellow still has not, as of yet. He definitely built that. I'm not
Our
crazy.
forces are under attack.
He hasn't killed that or that or that. Hold on, guys, because Demigod Saito. King Magnite. Here's the thing. I know sometimes you guys are new, and sometimes it's difficult. At the 8-minute mark, you should not be shipping this around. Okay, that's fine. I feel like I'm missing so much going on. In Kalimdor, there is a massive, abusive fight going on right now. It's silly. The mountain giant. Oh goodness. I think Desgeratos has set up these fairy dragons in a perfect place where all of these healing warlocks are actually going to be damaging themselves non-stop. Every time they try to heal something on the front line, blam, they're taking damage. They're gonna heal themselves, and they're gonna start taking damage. It's brutal. And Brown has just enough. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Oh, look. Oh, my God. We got to be pressing all the buttons now. I don't even have a hand on the mouse button because this is a brutal fight. These fairy dragons, look how good they are. These warlocks have basically been tricked into shooting and healing themselves nonstop. But every time they do it, they take damage from multiple. Oh, it's so good. Now, to be fair, the Warsong Grunts did just break through, and the fairy dragons have gotten flanked by a lot of troll berserkers, which may now be turning the fight as Cenarius runs away like a little tiny bitch because... Holy crap, what happened? I thought the Night Elves were winning. Those are some of the best placed fairy dragons I've seen in a long time. And they just... Whatever. I don't even care. I didn't even want that to be special or anything. I did... He's building out of this barracks. I have no idea if this yellow player is actually good enough to start reinforcing his dark green player. Now, it is possible when the teal is just that stupid. When the teal is that dumb. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's special. I think this teal might be dumb. And by dumb, I mean new. And by new, I mean running all of his units out to fight Dark Green's army, which is just stationed outside here and murdering everything as it comes out one by one. Oh, wow. He really has that surrounded. A single unit at a time, or like 1 or 2 or 3 maybe, can get out, and Manowar is just murdering them. Teal has no real units being done here. He hasn't finished the creeping of the bases in Outland, even at the 10-minute mark. Again, that's 10 minutes. This isn't StarCraft. It's not going at some accelerated, ridiculous pace. It's pretty fucking, ooh, not good. Bit of an issue. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Latty. Oh, he's getting the shit kicked out of him. Look at that. Teal's running into Yellow. Yellow had no idea what was going on. And now he's reduced to this terrible fate. Okay, and that Ren Blackhand just ran in the middle of a Dwarven army and was... Yeah, no, I was hoping a dwarf would grab my own sword, shove it deep in my chestal cavity, and we'd call that a day. Demigod Saito, I don't even know what the fuck. He spent some of his talent points on this hero, but moved it down south to go with Dark Green's forces, which didn't need help, and now he's sitting here with his own yellow forces, which thankfully don't need help, not due to his amazing creeping technique.
Our forces are under attack.
Seriously! The 11-minute mark, he should have moved down here, wiped these out, begun pushing that area. I mean, he's lucky the teal player thought I could get a rush on that. And maybe we'll call that like a, oh wow, he totally countered what would have been, because if that had attacked his back lines after he'd already creeped and he had already kind of started to waste his forces on this defensive structure, and that attack had hit, yeah, oh man, why am I double thinking myself here? Sure,
Locked and loaded.
He's not some fucking savant, okay? He's not like, ooh, I knew way ahead of time that my ally was more prone to a rushing technique, and so I kept my units close and annihilated the army. No. I think this is just a pretty slow yellow. And we're gonna see, okay, it looks like the Alliance is handily putting red in his place. Red all stacked up in Skullomance, prepared to try to repel the incoming Alliance assault. Sure, It's dangerous, sure. Gel'Dazad's probably pooping himself at the moment. So full of poop!
Locked and loaded.
These units will never be used. Left to rot forever. They're significant. It's like 8 of them. 8 units can really creep a lot. And I don't get why people don't get that in the early game. Just a semi-decent amount of micro. I've lost the whole Kalimdor campaign, by the way. I bet you that I don't even know what is still going on in this game. Thrall 5, Vol'jin 5, Cairn 5. He's got all of his Farseers. Farseers have chain heals and AoE lightning attacks, and they can, I think, hex something. Well, you can see that chain heal and how really powerful it is. Just, oh, a lot of my units took damage. Oh, chain heal. Thank God I have a hero that has mana regen on an army with chain heal in a game with lots of units. That's not at all really advantageous in almost all situations. Okay, anyway. Numenor. What do you got going on? Rexxar? Most of your other heroes are dead. So obviously you can't... Okay, well, fuck me. Hold on. Because now it's just weird. Bo Darkside is an Night Elf who's actually appears to be doing fairly well for himself. Again, 0 upgrades on apparently everything. But he has Brown's hero moving along with him in this army. Which numbers pretty well. It's decent frontline-ish units. Again, the Huntress can never be really relied upon early in the game against other melee armies. This is more like a response to the ranged armies that you would have assaulting you. But doing decently okay. Let's see how the Brown player is doing. Our Druid player. Now Furion, oh my god, a whole new assault here. Furbolgs, Druids of the Claw, and Mountain Giants just going to town beasties on this. Unfortunately, the only siege units that the Druids have are air units. The Chimeras, which really should have been brought in here to take care of these advanced boulder towers, because Brown is just swarming this. And that's not a bad idea, because the longer he holds on to this, even if it's only like 1 unit at a time, it gets everything to stay here. And Brown can't actually get his siege units to be able to attack these boulder towers, which are wreck in phase. Is more damage being inflicted on the Druid army, which already has 1-2 upgrades, and Grey has 1-1. Oh, I feel like Grey and Brown are actually giving us an amazing fight here, one that we normally don't see still going on this hour. Quite often this is destroyed much earlier or much later. If it hasn't been destroyed by the 14-minute mark, often you'll see this Grey base go on for quite a while until you get the first North Alliance drop, which generally come in this area. And then it gets wiped out eventually. By now, a Brown player should have killed it, and it seems that this one's just a little bit too shy to do the required damage to these things. It's really awkward, actually. Gray's got plenty of Stonewall soldiers down south.
Our warriors
How's the North fight going? Still probably nothing. I think Teal's been driven back. Yeah, Teal's been... Ooh, Teal's been pretty much driven back single-handedly by Dark Green, and it's always weird. It's always sad to see that, but honestly, sometimes it really is just the skill of the player. Sometimes they couldn't micro well enough. We're going to probably see a lot of live demon units left in Teal's base. That's an example. And if you're playing through as Dark Green and you see a lot of these units left after you've killed a Teal, that means that Teal wasn't that good. You have to be able to kill those off while also doing your opening strategy. It's just part of playing a Teal. You have to know that creeping strat, that creeping loop that you take. And if you don't, you don't know your Teal yet. That's just part of what you have to do. I will speed it up a bit because it seems like most of the early opening fights have been decided. I mean, not really, because sure, Pink is going to at some point have to run into Light Blue. And where the fuck is Light Blue again? He was running around here with a full group of units. Okay. Oh, he headed north. This is interesting, because Pink is down south, ready to start some real nonsensical shit here. Light Blue is like, oh my god, my Druid allies need help. I better head north. I mean, surely Pink will be there in no time to deal with him, because I haven't seen Pink. That's not a good suggested thing. That's oh, Pink might be doing a lot of stuff I don't know about. But now he sees Pink is back here, taking control points. So what will his response be? Will he combine with his ally Brown and attempt to wipe out Gray? Because Gray doesn't have much besides that. Or I can tell, he's got Rexar way down here, and he's just building units up there all day long. Maxi Boy, who left the game? It was Teal, wasn't it? I don't see a Teal here anymore. Yep, alright, so our Teal decided, hey, I got my face right, because he probably got his units drawn out of the portal via not putting his units on hold position. That's a thing that can actually screw people up, and I want to stress that in portal situations, put your units on hold position, because if they teleport in and then teleport out, your units will follow them through the teleporter and get themselves slaughtered. Don't let that happen. It's just kind of a newbie thing. I don't know why I'm going back to really old basic strategies. I just realized that some of the things that I don't talk about in this game will get you murdered. Like a light blue suddenly running into your base. That kind of thing will get you murdered. But a pink who realizes that you're vulnerable and attacks you at the right time could also get you murdered. If he understands that light blue shouldn't. He's got a lot. Bo Darkside's not awful. He's got the right answers to this, except, whoa, with this pink player and their wonderful catapult positioning. Is this on purpose? Because if this is on purpose, I just want to stress the amount of, the amount that light blue is not paying attention. This is why you always put your units on hold position in Azeroth Wars. I'm starting to realize that I do that all the time. Like, you've just got to leave them. Especially, like, your valuable units, like battleships and stuff like that. You put them on hold position wherever they are, because the risk of them wandering off is way worse than the risk of you losing one because they were on hold position. It took you that long to realize, as opposed to the risk of losing 10 of them because they moved completely out of position and now you can't fix that and they're dead. That kind of. Yellow's trying to move in. Again, he doesn't want to do it too quickly, but he's got to remember this. This game moves that every 1 minute you're getting your income, so it's actually not that long considering the distances you have to go. Oh my god, light blue, when are you going to learn about the hold position thing? Oh, it's not good. Oh, he's being driven into more. Oh, light blue, no. Oh, no, it's fine. It's whatever. Oh, it really hurt to watch, actually. Looks like Dark Green's going in there on his own. A single swordsman. Summoned, of course. Beating the ever-living crap out of this advanced boulder tower while it destroys a lot of units. Oh my god. Look how many are so close to death. And here's the thing. That's not a joke, having that many close to death. Those were the summons, I think. No, really, that's like 200 gold. It's like a couple turns. And you gotta be a little careful. Because a couple turns with down that many units can cause you to get even further down more units. I don't know. Again, they're enemy left, so whatever. It's not a thing they have to worry about. Lucky chuckle fucks. But Brown's starting to solo assault these towers here. And if Pink doesn't have some kind of response to it, and it always has to be excessive because it's a hero group. Like, look at this. Oh my god. Pink sent reinforcements up north. Nothing going on. Gray, Numenor, his hero's still right there. Sure, he's got 10 storms out, but that guy was a punk. Can't gain levels. Can't get cool. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be buff like Rexar if Rexar keep getting in the fights. But he still threw him in there. Oh my god. Gray actually reinforcing during Pink's assault. Pink probably needs to send in the rest of his stuff here instead of just letting Gray waste units, because Pink should have catapults and stuff and things and whatnot. Come on. What the hell? Alright, whatever. That's fine. I'm not bothered. I ain't even bothered. Mate. Except for the fact that Gray is getting his ass kicked here by light blue. Rexar is dead as balls. Oh man, look at this, the archers, they don't even give a shit. It's murder. And you can see him reinforcing here, spamming them out. a weird movement system. Again, they'll kill a couple units, but they're not going to be able to do enough to actually, you know, change the tide. I hope that Pink manages to take all of this out, because if he doesn't, that northern fight will have been a complete waste. Gray is getting massacred.
Our town is under
I think Pink realizes even here that, oh my god, I don't have enough units to actually defend this.
We're under attack.
Pink is dumb and probably sucks as a player. He has 567 gold, most of which should have gone right up here to defending this base, to hunting down Cenarius, to trapping him, to doing some real kind of permanent damage, and instead nothing has. Wow, I want to hurt all of the somebodies. Come on.
Our allied town is being
All right.
attacked.
So okay, we're speeding this up because this is just, it's getting a little ridiculous. Baron Rivendare's here, Anubarak's here. Keldazad was murdered in Lordran, apparently, and we missed it. Blue, how are you looking? Both of his dreadlords are fine and existing in Northrend. Last defense is being made up in Northrend by everybody. Still Pocket. Oh my god, Sylvanas almost killed off by trolls instead of the undead, which would be terrible because the undead don't get the advantage if they're killed off that way. Estain. Alright, so purple looks like he's getting ready to land on the shores. He's always the most active because he gets King Arthas, and that really is like, come on guys, let's go! But orange is like, hey, I could get a whole new batch of my kingdom added right here if I break through and kill some shit. So that's what I did. I ain't got no heroes or nothing. Oh crap, actually he has a whole fleet and I was wrong. See, what I had done there was I had said the wrong thing that was not true. And it ended up being true, and now I feel bad because Jenny, this weird little blockade that Green set up is actually pretty legit. This is quite likely to at least give him a moment's notice before something crazy falls on him. Now, purple's landed on this shore. Orange on this shore. Simultaneously. Do you understand? Sometimes your allies are good and you can coordinate and shit just goes really well. And then sometimes
Our forces are under attack.
a goofy, because that's what I sound like when I yawn, I feel.
Our town is under siege.
Shut up. I know you guys are like under trouble right now. But Pink and Gray are salting. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Night Elves started whooping ass up north, but then they moved into the island fortress, the stronghold of the Orcish players, and they got caught from behind, swept out, their units caught oh no, this is terrible. Toronto Whisperwind's gonna go down. You can see how quickly things die. It's not like, oh, I have some time to get used to this idea, I'm gonna see it before it's too far gone. Quite often your hero's dead if you don't have it positioned correctly, and this is a bad situation. I hope Brown didn't manage to lose Malfurion. Cenarius nowhere near the fight. Fandral Staghelm hiding in the trees.
Our allies.
I don't know if that's gonna work. No, because oh god, Staghelm's like, I gave myself away. I done attacked the Cowman before I meant to. It was bad. Shit went
Our
wrong.
champion has fallen.
Son. Alright, but here's a chance for revenge. The Night Elf forces catch the catapults out of position and then don't actually follow up on any kind of really threatening stance they might have had, unless these huntresses stay back and do some damage, which could be great. But no, the huntresses will apparently retreat as well, while Pink tries to retreat to solve the problem that is currently retreating. Chandris is dead as balls. Night Elves, it's just back and forth in Kalimdor. I can't even understand what's going on half the time.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh? Alright, well, Orange's assault has been fended off. However, the combined forces of green and purple have not been fended off. You have to remember, purple and green are a very sticky force. The problem with them is they have these extremely powerful units. Oh, and it looks like Darius Crowley of Gilneas is now on purple side, so he will have that hero to be able to cast more healing upon his already very healable thing. But the Silverhand Paladins are wonderful. I don't know why he's getting more attack upgrades than defense upgrades, because again, the Silverhand Paladin's greatest advantage that it has is it does an AoE strike every, let's say, 35%. 35% chance to do an AoE strike. That does a lot of damage. And that's where most of its damage is going to be coming from. But it's also a very high health unit with hero armor, and with upgrades it becomes exponentially better because it has a single target healing ability. So you get them in the right choke point, and they can just heal each other up one by one as they take damage. With green behind you, chain healing, you only have to spot heal the most damaged ones because you can be rest assured that green will be handling all of the AoE stuff. Well, blue actually doing a bit of crazy damage here to the High Elven lines. Unfortunately, he may lose a Dreadlord or two. My god, that was a long-lasting stun. You can see there, Tichondrius almost being taken out. Ooh, that was very close. And up here, I'm afraid Cenarius is hanging out in a grove doing nothing, while huge forces are apparently battling. I gotta say, I think the Night Elves are in a lot of trouble right now. I'm just getting that sense from them. What are their control? Oh, their control points look terrible. No, their enemies have 19. They have 11. They have... Alright, Light Blue has no heroes up. Brown has all of his heroes up.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
That's more concerning.
Our warriors
Numenor?
have engaged the enemy.
Just Rexar. I gotta say, Grey might be the noob. It's okay. Warchief Thrall, Fulgin. Oh god, although he's so a match for Brown right now. And Brown's about to get himself caught out with Cenarius just sitting there. Sure, he got Gorehowl. But, oh no, why is he building these bears against this? Yes, they're... Why do the bears have so little health? That's a tanky unit. Or is that being changed so that it's like the Night Elves damage unit? It's very slow. Fuck that. That's a tanky unit. That should be... You adjust that. Oh, don't let the troll axe throwers get their poison barbs in you, because they'll do some weird stuff. And we'll see here. Sure. Druids of the Claw. Oh, they actually are the damage unit. That's weird, though. We can see they do pretty good damage here against the trolls. However, they're just outnumbered. Just vastly outnumbered, unfortunately. Ooh. Cenarius is still doing damage. He's got Ysandre, pretty decent summoning ability up, but not looking good. In the north, how? Oh, good. God, it looks like blue finally got out a demonish army. Plenty of warlocks, succubi, and shadow priests. We have a very good supportive force for red here, and red not looking bad. He's got 2-3 upgrades. Saffron's on the front. He's got to assault the guard towers here, but... And again, we gotta remember, we watched this game in half-time speed, so let's just show what this is like in normal time speed. Where you're like, oh goodness, I've got to back these units up right now. Oh crap, I gotta back these units up right here. I've got to target that unit. Oh my god, sleep. I've got to put that unit to sleep. Gotta target these towers. Gotta move these range units back. They just started getting a little bit too close. You know, it starts to get a little ridiculous. That's why you have to designate your units up into the spam that I send out during fights and the main groups that I use, and that you have to just say, alright, I flip through the groups that I use, and that's what I look at, and everything else in the front can lose. Now, purple's in sort of a bad position, except... Oh crap, it looked like green did get back in the base. Oh, orange has teleported up to now defend this newly constructed alliance base on the shores of Northrend. Guard towers are up. They can see all of the undead units stationed around here, enabling them to do pretty consistent damage. Saffron's taking a ton of damage. He is getting healed up by our red undead player, but it's too much. It's too much damage. I think Saffron goes down to the guns of the North Alliance. It's extremely unfortunate. Lanelf's now beginning to sweep back against the Horde. You gotta remember, grunts are always will probably always beat huntresses. And really, they've driven the Night Elves back to almost complete desolation. This is terrible. Oh, good God. In the north, how goes the fight? Red bringing in more reinforcements, but really that's because his main ones here have crumbled. Constant reinforcements and mass summoned high water elementals really making a difference here. The wonderful positioning of these fire shields put on the Alliance units, keeping them consistently getting damaged. It's just, you have to have something to back that up, some kind of, that's where the carrion swarms come in, you know what I mean? It's fire shield, harass, and then carrion swarms, and then you attack. And you do that back and forth. But right now, it really feels like the North Alliance has a pretty good grip on things in Northrend. I don't think... Look, I'm just saying. Look at their goal. Got over 100 right now. They're sticking around on that. Over 1,000. 700. Blue and red? Why does red have 600 and ruin my point? Are they all bad? Alright, blue has 146, so he's probably not bad. He's just... I don't know. Maybe his red was really bad. Maybe the momentum that should have been there has never been there until this defense. And now this defense is kind of petering out. But I'll tell you what, guys. Thank you for joining me. This has been the one, the only, the Azothan. This has been Azeroth Wars, a custom map in Warcraft 3. If you've enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. Go check out sites like MakeMeHost.com and EntGaming/4. You'll find it all in the description. But if you enjoyed yourself and you like these kind of maps and they seem to appeal to you, I hope you guys will hang around. Until next time. Bye, guys.